Thinking about diving into the exciting world of metal detecting, but scratching your head about what gear you actually need? Well, hello future sweepers and beepers, it's Ring Paul Roy here, ready to get you hitting those targets. Forget shifting through endless must-have lists. In the next 5 minutes, I'm laying out the bare essentials to get you started on your detective adventures. Let's go detecting. Welcome back. As I said, in the next 5 minutes, I'm laying out what I think are the bare essentials to get you up and running in your metal detecting adventure. First and foremost, you're going to need a metal detector. Who'd have thunk it? But a good starting point is the $200 to $400 price pound range. This is one area where looking for a Temu or Amazon bargain is going to be a risky waste of hard-earned coin. So stick to the mainstream manufacturers, with the big two at this price point being, in my opinion, Nokta and Minelab. Both makers offer excellent options like the Score range from Nokta and the Vanquish and Exterior ranges from Minelab. And importantly, both brand offerings perform well on saltwater beaches. So a metal detector in the $200 to $400 bracket is key, as it allows you to test if the hobby is for you without that huge initial investment, which will probably end up sitting in the loft or in the shed or in the garage or behind the sofa. Next, you're going to need a digging tool. And this could be a spade if you're lucky to have permission to detect on ploughed, paddock or pasture fields. But if you're not and you're on family or friends' gardens, you may prefer to use a smaller hand digger in those situations. But either way, remember to be considerate of the size of the plug that you are digging. Now, there are numerous brands of digging tools available with varying prices and quality to match. So you'll need to do a little research. And to help you, I'm going to be posting a video as part of this series dedicated to digging tools in the near future. So stay tuned. Then you're going to need a finds pouch. It's essential for keeping your discoveries organized and making your life much easier. Now, I've done a video on my finds pouch preference, so have a look and give it a like. The idea is to take the stuff in a finds pouch and not in your pockets, because you don't want to scratch your phone or lose your keys when you take out rubbish. So it's just easy to keep it organized and away from anything you're carrying in your pockets. Next, you're going to need a pinpointer. All the big brands make ones, but you can buy cheap, of course, on this one, but be prepared to pay out more, because I'll be surprised it won't be long before you end up getting a branded one. Now, there are some people out there that say you don't need a pinpointer. Personally, everyone I've seen always has a pinpointer with them. It's a tool in the arsenal to use. And I've done a video on pinpointers, so check that one out. And I'm going to be doing another video about pinpointing using the detector and other various techniques in the series coming up soon. Now, you've got your detector, your find pouch, your pointer, your spade. You're going to need somewhere to detect. So you're going to need permissions. So consider the areas that are available to you and from whom permissions will be needed. Because in the UK, all land, and I mean all land, is owned by someone. Public parks are not public, they're owned by local councils. Beaches aren't public, they're owned by the Crown Estate, with many leased out to local authorities to manage and control, or they've been handed over to environmental protection agencies. You just have to identify and contact the relevant authorities that own or control those areas. I mean, personally, I started out initially in my own garden, and I just got used to swinging the detector, honing the technique, and listening to the tones. And the first target I found was a 1971 1p coin, and I was over the moon with that. You can join organised group digs, and they are a great way to get out and get the feel for metal detecting and to see if you enjoy it. Now, you can find those on Facebook just by searching for group digs near me, or metal detecting group digs near me, and they'll cost anywhere between £10 to £20, but some would recommend you have or require you have a liability insurance level. You can join the National Council on Metal Detecting, or the MCMD, for less than £10 a year, and that provides you the insurance cover. And they also, on their website, have some great tips for beginners. And finally, the last thing you're going to need is the ability to manage your expectations. And this is the hardest one, to be honest, because everyone's different. While you might get lucky and find a gold coin in your first outing, it's far more likely you're going to dig up some loads of trash as you learn your detector and get the hang of things and understand what it's telling you when it's beeping and buzzing away. To be honest, don't forget, digging trash is simply part of metal detecting. You'll eventually learn to identify targets better, but you'll always encounter some unwanted items. That is the hard reality of it. Okay, so you just got to be accepting of the fact that you're not always going to find something. If you don't walk over it or it's not there in the first place, you're not going to find it. So to summarize, the basics of starting out, you need a metal detector in the $200 to $400 price range, a spade or digging tool, a pinpointer, a fine pouch, somewhere to detect, and a level of expectation. Over time, you'll develop your own system, but this is just a solid starting point to cut through the overwhelming amount of information that's out here on YouTube. So, I hope this has helped. And if it has, please hit the like button and the subscribe button, as I'll be posting more beginners tips and techniques in the near future. So, stay tuned to Let's Go Detecting.